It is indeed a very, very warm pleasure for us to welcome you here today. We're excited that you've taken time out of your busy schedules to meet with us for this one-day conference, the Britam East Africa Investment Conference. This is actually our second annual conference. We held the inaugural conference last year in 2013, and we would like to make this an annual conference and an annual meeting for investors based here in Mauritius who are interested in investment in sub-Saharan Africa. So thank you so much for taking time to join us. Now, I'd like to welcome both the new guests and the returning guests, and we hope we are able to give you something that's worth your money and your time today. And if not, please see me there afterwards. We shall refund it somehow. So, a few housekeeping rules, if I may, so that when we get on to the conference, we can start off. The first is that this program basically runs from, we are starting at about 9:30, and hopefully we'll be able to manage time so that we can go for a tea break at 11 o'clock. And then thereafter, we'll do the lunch at 1, and then the graveyard shift runs until about 4:15. I promise I'm the last one to say anything today. I will keep it very, very brief. Washroom facilities, right at the end of this corridor, just keep going straight at the end of the corridor. Then for those of you who need to access your email or internet during the breaks, we do have Wi-Fi that is available. So the password is over there, but I'll just read it out. The network is Lascivious, and the password is in small letters, LHSI 2014. That's one continuous word. So Lascivious is the network, and that's a password. LHSI 2014 in small letters. The coffee breaks will be just outside here at the corridor, and then thereafter we will go for lunch at the ground floor restaurant, and it's called Escalu. For those of you who have parking, if you, instead of franking, what we'll do is whenever you want to leave, hopefully that's at the end of the conference, after the cocktail, at the business center, which is at the end of this corridor, they will give you the parking vouchers, so you don't have to pay for the parking. So please, at any time after 5, when you want to leave, the parking vouchers are available there. And then if you have any queries, any issues you need sorted, staff members have red badges, so, and the Britam logo on the lanyards too. So in case of anything, just let us know. We'll be very happy to assist. What we're doing is just to alert you, you will see we have the camera and a very big screen at the back. We're going to be preparing podcasts, and which will be shown later and uploaded on our Bean Conference website, which I hope you have visited. So just an alert in case anyone is looking for you. You might be seen at the Bean Conference. So we'll just request that we put our mobile phones on silent for the duration of the conference. So I'd like to just start this off officially and just say, why do we call this slice of the fastest billion? Africa is known as the final frontier. For those of us who've lived and worked in Africa all our lives, we just think it's time that people have started taking cognizance of the opportunities that are there. Then we're happy to welcome the investors. Why are we calling it a slice of the fastest billion? Britam is in 7 countries in sub-Saharan Africa, and what we are saying is in those 7 countries we have some of the fastest growing opportunities as economies, and there are a number of opportunities that we hope that you will be able to take advantage of through the Britam platform. And this is why we call it Slice of the Fastest Billion. And our speakers this morning will be giving you a background as to who we are, what we're doing, what we want to do. And then we will also have an overview of the economy, both the macroeconomic factors, and then we will dovetail into the detailed session after the coffee break. So in case of any questions, we have structured it such that after the first 2 presentations that lay the ground, we will have a quick question and answer session. Then after the economy session, part 2, which is after the tea break, then we will have a more elongated question and answer session. So without much ado, I'd first like to give the sincere apologies of my group managing director, that's Dr. Wairegi. He was to fly in, but unfortunately, due to logistical challenges, he was not able to join us today. But he sends his warmest greetings. He hopes that you will find this conference informative, and he hopes to join us at the next conference that we will be having. So kindly accept his apologies. It is indeed my honor to welcome to the stage our Director of Finance and Strategy at Group, Ms. Gladys Karubi, and I'll quickly go through her profile. She is in charge of finance and strategy at the Britam Group. Her career spans over 16 years, both in Kenya and the United Kingdom. She has experience in the areas of strategy, finance, mergers and acquisitions, business advisory and assurance services for both insurance, investment management, and financial companies. At her helm at Britam, she has been involved in a number of very successful strategic initiatives, initial public offering and listing of Britam on the Nairobi Securities Exchange, our expansion and successful setup in Uganda, Rwanda, and South Sudan, our recent acquisition of Green Insurance Group, which expanded our company footprint not only to East Africa but now to Central Africa, and we're in 7 countries, and the acquisition of an additional stake in Housing Finance, which is a leading mortgage provider in Kenya. And of course, the oversubscription of our $70 million corporate bond at Britam. So she has a Bachelor of Arts degree in Mathematics and Economics. She is a certified public accountant. And prior to joining us, she was with PricewaterhouseCoopers and worked both in the Kenyan and the United Kingdom office. So kindly put your hands together for Gladys.